Hello, beloved. I am Sarah from AVC Church in Dublin, Ireland, Assembly of Victorious Christian led by Apostle Willie Kabasele. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce to you a brother who had a vision, and he will explain to us deeper what he saw in that vision and what exactly took place in that vision. So what I will ask you is to pay attention and listen carefully to what the brother has to say. God bless you.
Here's my testimony. I had a vision. It wasn't a dream. It was more of a vision where I was able to actually, see walk and feel the surrounding and the wind. It was perfect weather. It wasn't a dream because when you have a dream, it's more of you looking at yourself. It's just you looking at your image. But this one I was able to actually, I'm walking, it's me, I can see people around me, I could look at people, I could see myself walking, and it was the end of the world, It was we're in line, we were standing in twos where everybody was standing in twos. Where you get to the front, it's one person goes first, then the other one has to stand, and I knew a lot of people there. Everybody that was on the line, the side, I knew all of them. And we were standing in lines of two, where there was two lines, where when you get in the front, one person steps, the other one stays back. Then you follow. I was standing, I was on the second line. In the front of me, there was two of my friends standing in front of me. And behind me, there was also a person that I know. And at the back there was a person that I'm close to. On the side there was people that were crying. Some of them they had their hand on their head. Some of them were on their knee. And in front of me there was a big, massive gate. And it was just a massive, long gate where you're not even able to look over it. It was not describable what color it was. It was just a gate. It's a gate. It wasn't no black, no red color. And there was a pulpit, a judgment desk, where God was judging, where God was talking to people. So there was one of my friends stepped forward. Then I looked back at because I heard one of my friends talking that, I was like, oh, there's one of my friends. And when I looked forward, it was a turn, one of my friends that was standing beside me, he had to go forward, it was his turn. When it got to his turn, he was joking, he was making jokes. And I was trying to focus so hard, and I was trying to capture the image. It was so real that I was thinking, I'm looking there, I'm looking at a girl that I know crying on the ground. I'm trying to focus to look at her. At the same time, my friend is being judged, and he's there joking. He was saying something like God was telling him, why did you have to wait till it's too late? After that, when he was judged, God put him on the side. It was my turn. I approached, and God go, Francis, and I'm trying to I'm trying to focus on trying to look at the image, at the top of the pulpit. I'm trying to look, it's just the face, just to capture the face, and you can't, you're talking to somebody, somebody's there. He goes up to me, he goes, so Francis, I can't let you in because you didn't put me first in your life. At first, I didn't see anybody going in heaven. I didn't see anybody going through the gate, and it hit me. And then I was trying to complain. I was trying to say apologize and complain at the same time. Where I'm thinking, I was standing at the back line, focused where there was people behind me. Someone were talking about shoes. At the back there, some people were talking about music. I'm thinking, at the end of the row, people are not even focused, and I'm here. I was focused, and I'm trying to complain. I was trying to say, I'm sorry, but I worked hard while I was alive. I went to church. I played guitar for you. I'm trying to complain all this kind of thing. I did good thing. I helped the homeless. I did a lot of good stuff. I'm trying to complain and all that. And I was crying. That. It wasn't a normal crying where you cry as, it was actually you're sorry, there's no tomorrow. That kind of crying. That your heart, you felt it's hard, there's no tomorrow. You cry your heart out, And I was there apologizing, crying and everything. Then he said, last thing he said to me was, although I begged you to put me first in your life, but you still didn't put me first in your life. Then after that, then I went on the side. I tried to turn around and look at who was next after me, because it was two of my friends who was next after me. Then I was looking, the image started getting blurred out, fade out until it was fade. Then I found myself in my room, and it was so dark in my room. It felt really dark. That there was a charger plugged in my wall that beams a red light, and I had clothes near my wardrobe and everything. And I had speakers on the right hand side. While I woke up, my face was facing speakers and the light was beaming out, and everything didn't look normal, you know. There was because the beam of light was beaming on the door, and there was a piece of paper that I had on my back pocket that I put near the table that was near the socket of it, and the shape of the paper seemed like a person on my door, and the door is white, and the room felt so dark that the beam of light is purplish, but at the time it looked red, and I felt like I was in hell. And as you can see, the beam of light like coming red, it felt like volcano fire, lava as I was about to say, lava going now. And the clothes looked like people at that time, and it took me a few seconds to realize I was in my room. And after I woke up, I turned on the light. Like I wasn't breathing normal. I went in the toilet, and then I came back. I was praying. It was different than the way I was praying. I was using the right word. And I was communicating to God. I was crying to God. I was asking. I was mentioning the right word. But if I remember, I say something like, God, I want to trust in you. You know, I want you to come in my life, Lord. I want you to be first, no matter. I was saying the right stuff that I wasn't able to say before, you know. And I mentioned something in Psalm 37 verse 5. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. I was saying something like that, and after I done praying, I wasn't able to sleep. I never had such a vision like that. I never had any vision like that. And it was just, I was happy. I was just really happy to wake up. It was horrible. It was really horrible to see all them people. It was just people our age, the youth, my age. It was people that I know, you know, and that was the most surprising. The people that I know, people that are close to me. And it was horrible just watching all that. And I really thank God. This vision changed my life. It changed the way I think. It changed everything, you know. It changed the way I serve God. It changed my vision. It changed the way I look at stuff right now. Like, sometimes God tried to speak to us through many ways. It can be through somebody. It can be just church. We tend not to pay attention to it. We make excuse. For example, church. I've been there. You know, there was time where I was given an excuse for not going to church. There was time where I'm walking in the street, a person hands me a leaflet that has a verse on it. I'll take it, but when I want to get around the corner, I'll put it in the bin. God can try to communicate to us through so many ways, and church is one of them. You know, going to church it's not just that. You know, it's more than that. You gotta have a relationship with God. You must accept Christ in your life. You know, because I was there. I was crying like it wasn't. I was crying so it was killing me at the same time. It was painful, and I was crying. I was giving all this excuse that but I did go to church. But I did do this thing. But I did do this. But it's not enough. That's not just what God wants from us. God wants you to put Him first. He wants you to put Him first in your life. Whatever you do, no matter how small, how big it is, just put God first in your life. How do you put God first? We put God first by accepting Christ in the life. We put Him first by living for Him. We put Him first by making ourselves available for Him. Sometimes for example, only make myself available for God when I have time for it. We tend to put the world stuff first. It can be music, any activity we do. We tend to put God in second place, you know. And if we put God first, He will put us first as well. You know, He will bless us in whatever we do. We tend to put, for example, me, for example, I put a lot of world stuff first. It was music, football, a lot of stuff that I did. I didn't pray as much. I was lazy. I gave excuse when it came to God stuff. Church, for example. You know, I kind of neglected God's work. After seeing the vision, it changed my whole conception of seeing God stuff. You know, for example, I remember one day I had a really important football game and it was a Sunday, you know, and one of the brothers in church rang me, you know, to check if I was going to church, and I seen the call, and I didn't pick up. I'm not saying playing football or doing other things is bad, you know, but God wants you to put Him first. If you put Him first in our life, He will bless whatever we do. It can be hobbies, it can be football, it can be whatever. He'll bless us, well, as long as we put Him first. God gave me a second chance. I can't mess with God's stuff now. I can't mess with Jesus' stuff. I accepted Christ in my life. Whatever I do, I put Him first in my life. And you, whoever's watching, put God first in your life, because who knows if there is tomorrow. The time is now. He's coming back soon. Don't wait till it's too late. You know, because I've been there. I was there. It was too late. No matter how much you beg, whatever you say, how much you cry, when it's too late, it is too late. Put God first in your life. May God bless you.
Bien-aimés dans le Seigneur, shalom, shalom. Je crois que vous avez suivi la vision de notre bien-aimé Francis. Moi, je voulais ajouter seulement quelque chose en tant que pasteur. Bien-aimé, la Bible nous dit que rachetons le temps car les jours sont mauvais. Ce que notre bien-aimé Francis a dit, ce n'est pas que Dieu a commencé de faire ça seulement avec Francis. Il a commencé à faire ça avec Zacharie. Si vous regardez un livre de Zacharie, chapitre 5, vous allez voir que Dieu parlait avec Zacharie en vision. Donc quand on parle de vision, ce n'est pas un rêve. Donc la vision, c'est un message que Dieu donne pour la nation ou bien pour le monde entier. Je vais ajouter quelque chose. Quand vous regardez dans la Bible, dans le livre de Jean, chapitre 3, verset 16, la Bible nous dit ceci que Dieu tant aimé le monde, il a donné son Fils unique, afin que quiconque croit en lui ne périsse point, mais qu'il ait la vie éternelle. Bien-aimé, notre frère Francis a dit que lui, il mettait seulement Seigneur dans deuxième position. Et puis, devant la porte du ciel, il pouvait pas entrer parce que il mettait Jésus-Christ en deuxième position. Il n'y a pas un moyen pour entrer au ciel si tu n'as pas reçu Jésus-Christ comme Seigneur et Sauveur. Toi qui me regardes, je t'invite à recevoir Jésus-Christ comme Seigneur et Sauveur. Pour que tu vives, pour que tu aies la vie éternelle. Suis-moi dans la prière, toi qui me regardes. Seigneur Jésus, je te reçois dans ma vie comme Seigneur et Sauveur. Guide ma vie. Dans le nom de Jésus-Christ, ainsi prié. Amen. À cause seulement de cette prière-là, tu as reçu Jésus. Si tu n'as pas l'endroit pour commencer à vivre selon la parole de Dieu, nous avons l'endroit que là où nous célébrons Jésus-Christ comme Seigneur et Sauveur. Nous écoutons la parole de Dieu. Nous sommes là chaque dimanche de 12h30 à 14h30. L'adresse est là. Et chaque vendredi aussi, nous sommes là pour intercéder et prier. Le temps est mauvais, bien-aimé. Regarde, Dieu commence à utiliser les gens dans le temps que nous sommes. Il faisait ça avec des Zacharie. Combien des années passées? Mais aujourd'hui, il a fait encore. C'est que Dieu t'aime. Dieu ne veut pas que tu périsses. Toi qui me regardes. Que le Seigneur te bénisse.
Your name in this book of life. Is your name in this book of life here? Is your name in this book of life? Is your name in this book of life?